Hail, Pandawans and journeymen walking that illustrated path. And to all the Pandawans in the USA today, I want to wish you a happy Labor Day. Yes, so for everyone who's not in the USA and wondering what Labor Day is, we have this holiday, Labor Day, to celebrate the indomitable spirit and ingenuity of the American workforce. And to honor that day, we give you the day off. To celebrate work, you don't have to work. Well, here on ABC with Samwise, with your host, Samwise Didier, there are no days off of work. We're always working, and we're going to do that today as well. So if you got the day off today, hopefully you guys can spend it, with doing the barbecues and everything we do, but also getting to work on some of the things that you don't normally get to work on. When you got life barreling down on you like a fury of the hammers of Thor. Today you don't. Your day's off. So let's have you do some work that you don't normally do. Get some artwork in. ABC, right? So that's what we're doing here. Now, normally I draw orcs and dwarves, and so even on my day off, I'm going to be doing it. And the title for this one here, I was thinking as I was coming up with the concept, is Get Ahead. That's what today's for. You got the extra day off. Now you can get ahead. But get ahead on the stuff that's important, not things like bills or spending time with the family and all that. No, getting that artwork done that you want to do. The family will be there tomorrow when you have to go back to work. I'm just teasing. Yeah, so for everyone who's out of the States, that's what kind of Labor Day is. You get a day off to celebrate the American workforce. And it's more than that as well. But I like to make jokes about that. So here we are just hanging out with a standard dwarf. And I wanted to kind of show some of the Labor Day spirit in there. He's spending his time getting ahead, which is a huge giant head that he got. But he's also having time to relax and celebrate the day off. So that's why he's got that little tankard there. It was going to be filled with a frosty, foamy beverage, possibly a soda pop, root beer or sarsaparilla. Or maybe it'll be, carbonated water like American lagers. So again, there is nothing too fancy about this. This is just taking some time to sit down in front of the computer. I have not been able to do videos in a while. Because I've had a lot of like my normal day job projects. I've had my other personal projects, but one thing I'm sort of excited to talk about is I have my website will be firing back up again. And in the last few months, I've been actually working with some printers and, getting the files together. So I will have a whole bunch of artwork. What I'll do? I'll make a video of all the art files that I've printed up and all that, and you guys can see it. There's going to be prints that I've done for like when I worked on Hearthstone and stuff like that. So there'll be some Blizzard stuff. There'll be a ton of my personal artwork, like my Hall of the Mountain Queen and all these different images that you guys like. The one called The Last Angel, which shows like the kind of demon guy leading the last little angel out of hell, like stuff like that. I also got the okay from the boys in Hammerfall and Amon Amarth and other metal bands that I work with to sell some prints of the artwork that I've done for them. So, we'll have some cool Viking stuff for Amon Amarth and cool Hector the Templar warrior from Hammerfall. And I also we'll have some, I'll have one poster to begin with. If you look on some of my art sites, you can see there's one called Giant Slayers, which I must have been thinking about that one when I was coming up with this, because it's very similar, except with Giant Slayers, it's the inverted Frazetta is what I call it. And, normally Frazetta has the barbarian standing on a pile of bodies. Well, this one has like a pile of bodies standing on the top of one giant head. It's got three dwarves hanging out on top the head of a giant, ogre type guy like this guy is here. So I got that as a poster, and that thing is huge. That's like, I don't know, like 3 by 3.5 feet or something. Maybe not that big, but it's pretty ridiculous. And one of the other cool things that I got going on the site, and it's just to start off because I want to see how much people enjoy them, I made some stickers. One of them is the ABC logo, which is the skull with the wings that are made out of paintbrushes and pencils and all that. One of them is a King Panda logo, which is my nickname as well. It's got like this sort of helmet-looking iron bearded panda, and behind him is two crossed swords, but the swords are actually pencils. I've done some drawings of that a few times. You might have seen me kind of doodling something like that before. But I made a sticker of that. And then the ultimate sticker, of course, is the one the image that I usually break out around Halloween time, and that's the infamous Halloweener. Sorry, kids, if you're listening. But basically, it's a sticker inspired by the spirit of Halloween. And if you're wondering what that is, you go check out Twitter or some of my other, ArtStation. Well, it won't be on ArtStation. It might be on like DeviantArt or Instagram, stuff like that. But you can check it out. But it's always been sort of a fan favorite around Halloween time. One of the things I'm going to do as well, and hopefully I can get the website up pretty soon in time for October, because then that's, of course, the greatest month in the world when we celebrate Orktober. But also, fans from the previous website that I had know that in October I do it, like whenever someone buys over, whatever it is, $50 or whatever the set price is, I include a Puckin' Fumpkin. So if you rearrange the front letters there, you'll see what I'm saying. But basically they're demonic looking little pumpkins, or they're in various states of decay or destruction or joy and mirth and happiness too. But it's just basically a random doodle that I will do for people who buy, during the month of October, and then also, buy over a certain amount, because I can't be spending all that time drawing these pictures. Otherwise I won't get anything else done. So yeah. And then in Christmas time, I would do the Twisted Christmas and things like that. But I really forgot how much I enjoyed doing that, because they're just little drawings similar to something like this, where you have an idea and you just kind of poop it out. This one took probably an hour and a half, but these doodles I'll spend about, 5, 6, 7 minutes on, but they're super fun and I really enjoy doing them. And at the end of the month, I would usually collect them all. If you go onto my Twitter, you can see it, back in the days during October, you can see a collection of some of those, or some of the Christmas ones too. And then, of course, Valentine's Day is coming up in February. I think I've already talked about all this in a previous video, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you got to make every video like it's someone's first video coming to your channel, right? So that's an excuse I use for when I repeat myself. But other than that, the website will be coming out soon. And I think I will do that video of just showing all the different prints that I've made. But I had to, of course, do a real art video for you guys. So you're not like, it's been 2 months, dude. How long has it been since you do a video? And then you do one hawking your wares. Nah, I can't do that. I'm going to give you a little bit of the artwork and then the hard sell on the prints that are coming up. Let's see. I could go do a couple questions real quick from some of the previous videos. The one that I do remember offhand was someone had asked if I had designed Ashbringer, and it's like that was not mine. No, I didn't design Ashbringer, but probably my most popular one would have been Frostmourne. That was the one that I came up with, and it was done in the first take too. Like back in those early days, we didn't have a lot of time to, labor over concepts. You just kind of draw and get something that looks cool in the first image. Maybe, oh, cool, let's go with that, because we got other artwork to do. We were doing a lot of different roles back then. Not only was I doing art direction, I was one of the main concept artists and doing the button artwork, and actually I was modeling in 3D. I wasn't modeling, I was creating models. I mean, obviously I could model, but I'm not vain like that. Well, we're going to sign off here, Pandawans. Cheers and beers to you. Happy Labor Day. And always remember, your ABCs. Always be creating. Hail, and we'll talk to you soon. Did you stick around? Yeah, we're going to add some blood here. But I didn't want to. I wanted to see how many people would stick around because I can see when people jump off on the video. So, all right, that's really it now. ABC, always be creating. Talk to you soon, Padawans.